What is up? What is up, everybody? It is that time. We are ready for the 50K code. I'm your host, Justin Colby. If you want to get in the chat, if you want to say what's up, I am excited about this call. This call is something that has been asked for a ton from my listeners on the podcast, from our mastermind members. So I put together this training. I'm very, very excited about this. So if you want to reach out, if you want to say what's up, let me know you're here. Let me know your city. I'll do my very best to give you a shout out. Let me know where you're from, where you're investing, and I will do my very best to give you a shout out. Mary Lou, what is happening? All right, I'll give you guys another couple minutes. Obviously, I want to make sure the technology is working well. That is my most important thing here, is to make sure my video and audio is ready to go. So as long as you can confirm it is, as long as you can see me, as long as you can hear me, I am ready when you are. So I'll give another minute or two. Again, if you're just jumping on, people are still jumping on. So say what's up to me. Say hello. Let me know, the market you're in. Let me know the city you're in, and I'll give you a shout out. Terry from Chicago, Sabrina from Orange County, Jim from West Palm Beach. I love it. What is going on? So, all right, I'll give another minute or so. Make sure everything's good and everyone's on. Who's ready to learn how to get more deals with using less money, get in front of your competition, make more money? This is exciting stuff. This is something I've been doing now for the better part of 7 years, and something I love teaching to you guys. So it's going to rock and roll. Christina, what's up? I see you. I hear you. William, Huntsville, Alabama. Christina, she is ready. Michelle from Chandler, what's up? Arizona's in the house. Mariah from Texas. Michael from Florida. Man, I'm excited. All right. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to jump off the camera. Unfortunately, we have to jump into the video, but I wanted to say what's going on to you guys. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Justin Colby, the founder of the scienceofflipping.com, Science of Flipping podcast on iTunes. And you're going to hear a lot more about me and my 10 years of real estate investing experience here in Phoenix. And we are going to go through my strategies, my tools, my systems to create a very, very profitable business that you don't have to fight your competition, deal with spending a lot of money marketing, but you can make big checks and don't have to rehab the deals. So I'm very excited. Rami from California, Marie Caroline from Florida, Nancy, what's going on? Terry, do you wholesale? Yeah, we're going to talk all about this kind of stuff, man. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to jump off and we are going to jump into my slides here. So let me make sure all this is going to look pretty for you guys. This is the 50K code. Welcome. I'm going to be training specifically on the, I want to do this. That's not working. So this is all about how to find more deals and make more money per deal without having the risk of spending a lot of money in marketing. There's a lot of people out there that are teaching you got to dump in a lot of money on marketing. I'm going to tell you, I've been doing this for 10 years, and it has been something that I have spent hundreds and hundreds, if not even close to $1 million on marketing to find out the strategies that will limit the amount of risk that you have in the game and be able to not have to rehab properties to get big deals. That's my goal here, is to make sure you guys understand how to find more deals and make more money per deal without having the risk of spending tons of money on marketing or rehabbing the property. If you can get that from this training, I have done my job. It's worth the price of admission just to be on this call. That is my sole goal. Let's rock this out. I'm very, very excited. My goal here is to keep you on to the end. The reason why I want you on all the way through is because I'm going to show you how to get big checks from deals and remove a lot of your competition out of the marketplace while you're still finding deals through marketing and through free strategies that I'm going to be able to teach you along the way. And the reason why I want you to stay to the end is I'm going to be giving you some very cool free stuff. I'm going to give you and I'm going to show you how to get my top 4 performing direct mail pieces. These are the top 4 that I've used over the last 10 years. I'm going to give them away. I'm also going to give you my top converting phone script. And as you can see here on the image, you have a couple postcards, you have a couple letters, and on the right here, you have my phone script, which is absolutely crushing it right now. I have 4 guys working full time, crushing the phones, and it is driving a ton of leads in here on top of all the other strategies that we use to build our 7-figure a year business here in Phoenix, Arizona. Now, what makes this different? Why is this any different than any other webinar you've ever been on? Why is this any different than any training you ever heard of or seen? Maybe even why is it different than a big seminar you've been to? And the main reason is because there is a change coming. Something is going to happen. And what I want to be able to show you guys is how to protect yourselves, but also be able to flourish in a time of change. I don't care if that change is what we've been experiencing over the last 3 years of this incredible market that is absolutely on fire, and or if this is something that there's a change that is going to be on the decline, that we need to protect ourselves but continue to be profitable as business owners. It's a really, really important concept that I think a lot of people miss, that no matter what's going on in the market, you need to be able to be profitable. You need to be able to continue to get more deals. And the number one challenge in today's market, and I know because I run multiple masterminds and I educate tens of thousands of people across the nation, is they can't find deep enough discounts in the market. And they feel like there's too much competition and direct mail isn't working anymore. And listen, at the end of the day, if you're going to fight for your limitations, you can keep them. Because I'm in one of the hottest markets that is in the nation, and I am still getting hugely profitable deals no matter what. So that's what I'm going to be training you guys on. That's what I'm going to be teaching you guys tonight. Now, this is I want you guys to learn a little bit more about me. Up to the left, you have me and Sean Terry. We're actually in a mastermind that we're running together. Is something that's really close to both of our hearts. As you see, Kent Clothier also to the right here in the picture to the right. The 3 of us are business partners in masterminds. We run masterminds 4 times a year across the nation. We've all done a bunch of real estate deals together. Both of them have been mentors to me. These are people that I look up to. These are people who have created an incredible foundation for me to help you guys, and they continue to mentor me and be big brothers to me. And so I'm a firm believer that your net worth is really directly related to your network. And these are the type of people that I surround myself with, that I learn from, that I break bread with. And to the bottom left here is Jesse Itzler. If you don't know who Jesse Itzler is, he is the man. He is a New York Times bestselling author. He is the founder of Zico Coconut Water. He founded NetJets. He also is a part owner of the Atlanta Hawks. If you haven't read his book, Living with the Seal, you absolutely have to read his book. But he is a billionaire. His wife, Sarah Blakely, founded Spanx. She is also a billionaire. So I'm personally always trying to level up and play at a bigger space than I'm even at, with people who have done it before me, who know more than me, and constantly are trying to push me to be the best that I can be. Now, a little bit more about me. I'm the founder and co-founder of The Science of Flipping and Phoenix Wealth Builders. The Science of Flipping is a free podcast on iTunes and educational program. Now, on iTunes, I give away all my stuff. I'm teaching you guys each and every week. I'm having an incredible special guest So if you're not listening to the Science of Flipping, get to iTunes, start listening. Phoenix Wealth Builders is my investing company that we've been investing with since 2007 here in Phoenix. And I didn't actually start out as an investor. I started out as a realtor, and I was actually able to, get into the business with some of my closest friends in the entire world. And it was great because in 2005 and 2006, we were making a ton of money. But it wasn't because we were great at it. It was because everyone in the real estate space was making a ton of money. All agents were making a ton of money if you were in the real estate space. But what ultimately happened was 2007, 8, 9 came and it crushed us. And so in 2007, I lost it all. I mean, when I say that, I went to the very, very bottom. I lost my $500,000 house. I lost my $90,000 Lexus. I had a $40,000 line of credit that was lost. Obviously, the repo man was after my car. I mean, it was terrible. And I was an adult, so I wasn't going to go home and run back to mommy and family and all that. So I called a buddy and I basically said, I'm broke, busted, and disgusted, dude. I am done. Right? Can I sleep on your couch? And he offered up his couch and he allowed me to stay on his couch. And that was so powerful for me because I knew if I could dig deep enough, I could get out of this. And I knew I could create something of myself. And this is right about the time that people were starting to really kind of see real estate investing on a big level. And it was 2007, and my business partner, and he's still my business partner and still one of my best friends in the world and family to me. We started real estate investing with no money. I mean, I'm literally living on a couch. Back in those times, Starbucks had this great deal that as long as you bought the coffee in Starbucks, you could stay and get free refills, right? And so that's what I did is I loaded up on free refills and I got hopped up on coffee every day and I started just banging the phones and I started cold calling. And this is what I knew, the only way I knew to get out there, to figure out how to become a real estate investor and how to be able to get my first deal. And so that brokerage, by the way, that I started with two of my best friends in the world, and again, they're like family to me, they actually have built the number one brokerage in Sonoma County and Marin County this very moment today. They're absolutely crushing it. I couldn't be prouder of them. But for me, I wasn't in love with being a realtor. And so when that happened, not only did it hurt my pride and ego, not only was I down and out, did I lose it all. My house went to foreclosure. My car got taken by the repo guy. I mean, I was out. But it made me realize what I could go do. And to be able to look back 10 years ago and say, look at me then and now look at me now. This is why I give you these systems. This is why I train the way I train. This is why I go back to the promise of saying, if you can make more money without spending more money on marketing, without having to rehab, I promise you, no matter what the market is doing, whether it's, prices are increasing, whether prices are falling, you will always be able to protect yourself and make money year in and year out and have a standard of income that is acceptable to you. So we've done well over 750 homes in our 10-year career. Roughly 300 of them were fix and flips. The other 450 were either wholesales or wholetails, and we'll get into a little bit about that. I also got into developing several years ago. And let me tell you, if you have not gotten into developing on a mass scale, we were developing 79 townhomes here in Mesa, Arizona. If you have not done that, don't do it. It is not the same as fix and flipping. And we've done, roughly 300 fix and flips. So I would tell you, don't jump in heavily into development because it is a total different beast. Let me tell you about it. And I'm also, been sought after to speak on stages, as well as I have a very successful book, and I have mentored and coached thousands, if not tens of thousands of real estate investors across the nation. I've done a lot of things right. right? 10 years later, I have done a lot right. This is, coming from where I was and broke, busted, and disgusted, and living on a couch and not being able to afford anything. I couldn't afford a burger and a beer, right? I have done a lot right over the last 10 years, but truthfully, I've also done a lot wrong. And this is where I really have a sticking point, because if you're out there trying to get your first deal, if you're out there trying to be more profitable, I don't care where it is, you need to be someone who takes action. You don't really have a lot of choices in life. You can live a mediocre life and be okay with having mediocre life, or you can go for it. And you can wake up every morning and have the same fears, or you can have the same insecurities, or you can have the same negative thoughts, maybe, that even I do. We can all have those. But the difference between someone who's a winner and takes advantage of life and someone who makes the life that they want, the one difference is that person keeps taking action. The reason why I'm able to be on a platform that I have today to talk to you guys, to train you guys, to get you rocking and rolling as real estate investors, to make sure no matter whatever market comes, you're protected, you're safe, you're always making money, you're making big checks in good times, you're making big checks in tough times, that there's a consistency, is because I've gone out and I've tried more than you have. And I've done plenty of things wrong. After 10 years, I figured something out, right? After 10 years, there's finally something I can say I figured out. One exit strategy is always a mistake. If you're just using one exit strategy for your real estate investing business, it is a mistake. If you are using one acquisition strategy in your business, it is a mistake. If you're using one marketing strategy in your business, it is a mistake. The times I have gotten hurt the most and done the most wrong in our business is when I put all my eggs in one basket. If I go all into one thing and I use only one marketing strategy and that dries up, then I have no other ways to get deals. If I only use one acquisition strategy, like, for example, I was buying from the auction very, very heavily in 2010, 2011, 2012, and that dried up because all the hedge funds came into town, then I have no other way of getting any deals. So my business dried up. When direct mail started taking a little bit of a hit because we were crushing on direct mail. Now, for those of you who are active, you go to a house right now and there's 10 or 12 pieces of direct mail on every seller's kitchen table. Now that takes a hit. So now you have to realize the one thing I've learned, I figured it out. You cannot have one exit strategy. You cannot have one acquisition strategy, and you for sure cannot have one marketing strategy. Are you guys with me on this? Are you guys shaking your head yes? Does this make sense to you guys? You see what I mean? If you just put all your eggs in one basket and you're only buying from the MLS or buying from the auction, or maybe you're only using direct mail, or maybe you're only using PPC. Do you see how this could be hurtful to your business and how you need multiple exit strategies? I'm seeing people say, yes, I'm shaking my head. Yes, I concur. I'm with you. Now imagine if you didn't have to make that mistake that I've made, and you can actually go out there and create something that is measurable, that is consistent, that you can rely on to create at least 6 figures a year in your business. At least, right? Imagine yourself a year from now saying, Justin, I can't believe it. This is actually happening. Imagine that, right? I've done this the hard way. I've had to learn my lessons. I've had to go down to the auction and I had to go do awesome. And then I had to figure out, oh, wait, that's my only way of acquiring deals. Well, now I can't get any. I've had to learn, you don't always use one exit strategy when you're buying a home. You don't always just wholesale or always just wholesale or always just rehab. Because when we were doing 96 rehabs in 1 year and the music turned off, holy moly. I had no other exit strategy. I made no money because the music turned off. Right? So I've done this the hard way. So what I'm giving you guys is I'm giving you an opportunity to absolutely cheat and steal and just rip what I'm giving you, because this is what this business is made of. Now, again, I mentioned I was buying from auction, inventory drives up, only using one exit strategy, rehabbing. I mean, I literally did 96 that year. And if it wasn't for the fact that we made so much money, that when the music did dry up, when the music turned off, and all of a sudden that projection that we were writing stopped and we had to hit the whole oh no button, we made it out okay. We didn't lose everything. But man, I can tell you it hurt. It stung. And we felt that pain. I will never go through that again. I will always have multiple exit strategies. Do you agree with me? You always have to have a multiple exit strategy. Isn't that like investing 101? Always look for multiple exit strategies. Are you guys shaking your head? You guys understand, right? Only using one marketing strategy is something that I know there's a lot of people out there that teach certain things, whether it's door knocking, whether it's direct mail, whether it's cold. I understand that. But what I can tell you, this was another one of my ahas. If you're not looking for multiple ways to acquire deals, whether you're wholesaling, rehabbing, buying and holding, if you're not looking for multiple ways, you are only going to hurt yourself. Because guess what? When everyone's out there and that marketing strategy gets inundated with all the other investors out there, you get caught up in the noise. You no longer shine. And that's where you want to be, is you want to be shining. Does that make sense to you guys? If you just have that one way, if you just are writing offers on the MLS, or if you're just down at auction, if you're just direct mail, then when that dries up and that's tough, there's no more deals coming in. And then you start to hurt yourself. See what I mean with that? Now, do you guys just want the easy way to find more deals? You want the easy way to make more money? Is that a yes? Are you shaking your head like, yeah, can you show me how to do that? Because this is all going to go back to the one thing. What's the one thing I told you guys this training was all going to be about? How to find more deals and make more money without spending more money on marketing or spending more money on rehabs. This is the one thing that you guys have to understand. So here are my 3 secrets. Here are the 3 secrets. Secret number 1, you can make more money in one deal than 2 or 3 wholesale deals alone. Wholetailing can give you more profits on one deal, which I will show you guys, than doing 2 or 3 wholesale deals. Now, the national average across the board is a $10,000 national average for wholesale deals. Some markets are much higher, obviously, if you wholesale something in LA or San Francisco, even at times here in Phoenix. But nationally, it's $10,000. Secret number 2, I don't have to deal with big rehabs. I've done that. A lot of people are like, oh, I want the big check, Justin. How do I get those big old checks? I don't want $10,000 is great and all, but I want that $50,000 check. I want the $100,000 check. Well, here's secret number 2. Wholetailing, this strategy will be able to allow you to not have to deal with the rehab, take the risk of putting money into it, or deal with the contractors who are going to be a big pain in your butt. Trust me, ask me how I know that. And secret number 3, what if I don't have to spend a bunch of money on marketing to get these deals? Everyone on this call should be shaking their head. I want to know how I don't have to spend a bunch of money to find these deals. Well, deals are everywhere. It's just all about how you're actually looking for these deals. So how do you find deals, make more money per deal without spending a bunch of money on marketing and dealing with rehabs? Again, this is the one thing I want you guys to take away from this. We only have roughly an hour, so I probably have another 20 minutes or so to get you as much information as I possibly can get you. But remember, this is the one thing I'm doing. So secret number one, I can make more money on one deal or more money than 2 or 3 wholesale deals. Well, let's talk about that. Wholesaling, again, a $10,000 average wholesale fee. Now, if you do one a month, you're going to make 120 grand. So you're going to make over $100,000 a year. Well, if you break that down in terms of how many leads do you need to bring into your business to get one wholesale deal going a month that you're closing on a consistent basis? Well, what we have found is again, I've been mentoring and coaching a lot of real estate investors that are very active across the nation. And if you are good, you can bring in 20 leads into your business and you will convert one of those into a wholesale deal. Now, how much marketing money, how many leads do you need to go find to actually bring in 20 real leads? How many doors do you need to knock? How many cold calls do you need to make? How much direct mail do you need to send to bring in 20 good leads to find one deal? Right? That is going to be very expensive. Ask me how I know. Because it takes a marketing budget to consistently bring in 20 good leads. And if you're good, it takes 20. If you're just getting ramped up, if you're just learning, it could take 30, 40, or 50. So you need to understand, if you're just simply looking to wholesale, that is not a bad thing to do. I still, to this day, wholesale. But I'm looking at this as, okay, well, I can't only have one exit strategy. I have to have 2. I have to have 3. I have to have 4 exit strategies to make sure that every lead that comes down my door, I can use one of those exit strategies. I'm going to wholesale it. I'm going to rehab it. I'm going to wholesale it. Or maybe I'm going to buy and hold it. But if you want consistent income, you have to start looking at this as a very serious question and make sure you understand the value of wholetailing versus wholesaling. Secret number 2, I don't have to deal with big rehabs to make big bucks. I don't have to deal with the contractors. I don't have to deal with the city ordinance. I don't have to deal with the red tape. I don't have to deal with the risk of putting more money into a deal and risking, what if this doesn't work out? What if the music turns off? What if? Now, trust me, I am as much of a positive thinker as there is in the world. But I can tell you, if I don't have to spend my money on a rehab and I can make 3 times, maybe even 4 times the money a normal wholesale deal would make, I'm going to choose that strategy of wholetailing every single time. Are you following me here? Is this good stuff, guys? Let me know if you're loving this stuff. I'm telling you, this is the keys to what I found to make a true business that can be reliable on income and profits per deal and building it out. Let me know you're into this. Let me know that this is good stuff. So, 3 reasons not to rehab. Let me tell you, ask me again how I know why you don't want to rehab. First of all, you don't need your own money if you're not rehabbing, right? You don't need to go raise more money. You don't need to bring your own money. You don't need to go get a loan and use your credit score. Secondly, don't take on the risk. More risk isn't always better. Now, when the deal makes sense and you're going to crush it and you're going to make, we're doing a rehab right now. We're going to make $200,000 on that rehab. But that's a great rehab. What I'm telling you guys is you need to stick to multiple exit strategies. Use rehab, use wholesaling, but you need to be able to bring in wholetailing, right? Don't take on that risk. Don't have to go bring in your savings account and all the savings you've been saving up just to get this one rehab going. And don't deal with the headaches of contractors. Anyone out there actually a rehabber right now? I'm telling you, the bane of my existence over all those years were our contractors. They wouldn't finish the work on time. They wouldn't finish the work. And even if they finished it on time, it was never 100% done. They were 95% done, right? They would always need more money. We would always go over budget. Why would you ever want to use or get into an industry that solely deals with this, right? Again, I love rehabbing. We still to this day do it, but I will tell you, if you can limit the amount you do, but continue to make the money you want to be making, wouldn't you agree that's a pretty good idea? You guys better be, I can't see you, but you guys better be out there nodding your head. All you need is 3 strategies to find a deal. All you need is 3 strategies to find a deal. All you need is a good private money or hard money lender. I've raised millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars privately. It is the easiest money you can possibly do. And once you find that, once you have that, you will never wonder why I'm training this the way I'm training it. Because if you agree with me, then you understand that you don't need to go to a bank. You don't need a good FICO score. You don't need, $100,000 in the bank account to be a real estate investor. If you agree with that, nod your head, because you absolutely don't. I got into this industry broke as a joke, and I've built into 7-figure year empire here in Phoenix because I've been able to use the strategies I'm teaching you into wholesale, into wholetail, into rehab. You guys following me out there? Is this good stuff? Now, I did a little experiment, okay? There's the old model, only find deals from one marketing strategy. And trust me when I tell you, I've done that. I've absolutely gone all eggs in one basket, crushed direct mail. It was the only thing I was doing. It was bringing me home hundreds of thousands of dollars every single month. But then all of a sudden, a couple years ago, we started to realize, wait a minute. Our callback ratio isn't as good, right? We're not getting as many leads. The leads that are coming in, they're not very motivated. What's going on? Hold on. Now all of a sudden, business slows down again. I did this experiment. I went through this. I learned some things, right? Now, the new way, you need to have multiple acquisition strategies. Making offers on the MLS, using bandit signs, cold calling, and door knocking, all on top of direct mail and or PPC, which isn't even listed here. If you aren't actually, using a net to go fishing and you start using a fishing pole, how many fish can you possibly get? Go back to my other slide. You guys all were head nodding. You guys were all saying yes, that you understood to get one deal a month at a very good ratio, you need to bring in 20 leads. Well, how much marketing, how much, you're fishing down, think of ice fishing, right? Think of that one pole that's just going straight down. How many fish can you catch? One, baby. So why aren't you going wide? Why aren't you using all the strategies that we teach? Let's go with the MLS offers. Let's go with the bandit signs. Let's go with the cold calling, the door knocking, and the direct mail. And if you're one of those people out there saying, oh, MLS doesn't work, there's no deals, I will tell you now, I was just in a mastermind with two young gentlemen, 25 years old, in Miami, crushing it. They've made over $400,000 this year alone, wholetailing off of the MLS. Wholetailing off the MLS. So you cannot tell me that MLS does not have deals to be had. So here's the experiment. Send 25 mail pieces a week. Put out 100 bandit signs a week. Bandit signs are simply those signs that you might see on street corners or by the freeways that might say, sell your house fast for cash. That's a bandit sign. Yeah, put out 100 of those a week. Do 400 cold calls to sellers a day. Do 2 deals a week, averaging $25,000 per deal. Who would love, by a raise of hands, by a head nod, who would love to be able to do two deals a week, averaging $25,000 per deal? If you open up the way you are going after these deals, you no longer are fishing with a pole. You will be able to open up the opportunity that comes to you. But if you remain just going after one marketing strategy and or one way of getting a deal or one exit strategy, and you're not going back to the idea of do more deals with bigger profit, with less risk, that's where you're missing the boat. So you want to have my seller script and direct mail pieces? I know you guys need to be staying on the end because all of you guys out there need to have all of this. Stay on to the end. I will absolutely give them to you. I have not forgot about them. Make sure you stay on to the end so I can get you these seller scripts and the direct mail pieces to go home with. Okay. They will be absolutely free. Secret number 3, I don't have to spend a bunch of money on marketing to get the deals I want. I'm telling you now, cold calling, door knocking are the greatest ways to this very day to get deals. They're the greatest ways this very day to get deals. But I also use the MLS. I also use bandit signs. I also use direct mail. I have strategies that consistently can bring me 2 deals a week. Consistently. And by being able to have multiple exit strategies such as wholetailing and rehabbing and wholesaling, I now have the ability to really create the income I desire, right? I'm creating the income I desire. How much do I need to spend to get the income? Well, again, let's just do the math. Let's just make this a math problem for you guys. To get a wholesale deal a month, you need 10,000 mail pieces a month to go out. That's roughly $5,000. And why is it 10,000? Is because the national average is roughly 0.5% callback ratio. So 1% of 10,000 is going to be 100 calls. Half of those are going to be real leads. That's 50 real leads. Like I told you, 1 out of every 20 is a deal. So you're going to get 2.5 deals if you are good. If you're out there and you're like, Justin, I am good. I've been doing this. Let me know. Put your hand up in the air and say, let me know, because I will make sure you can keep getting good deals. 1 wholesale deal a month at 10K will make you 120K a year. That's a great income. You guys want 120? Imagine if you could make $120,000 a year. 1 wholesale deal every other month at 25K, because that's an average. 1 wholesale deal at 25K per deal brings you 150K per year. Now, read that again. Bullet point number 2, 1 wholesale deal a month at 10K will make you 120 grand a year. You're doing 1 a month. 1 wholesale deal every other month at 25K makes you 150. Well, do you want 120K a year or do you want 150K a year? And now you're spending half as much marketing to get it. And it's because you have different acquisition strategies and you have different exit strategies. Imagine doing 1 wholesale a month and making 300 grand a year. Imagine that. What if a year from now, what if 2 years from now, you can look back and say, Justin, I'm doing 2 wholesale deals a month and I'm making 600 grand a year. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine what your lifestyle would be like? Can you imagine what the bills you would not have anymore? Can you imagine maybe paying your children's way through college? Can you imagine paying off your car or maybe even your house? What would that look like for you? What would that look like? So let me ask you a question. Have I been giving you good content for the last hour or so? Have I been getting you guys understanding the value of what's going on and the value of wholetailing? Have I been giving you some good content? Because I can't give everything in an hour, right? You guys would all agree. I can't give you all of the business model in an hour. So who would like my help to help show you guys how to do this? Who would like to be personally working with me so I can give you just all the systems? Who would like to learn how to wholetail with every system, everything that there is? Who would like who would like to work with me on how to do that? So here's what I'm going to offer you guys. Here's what you get. You get my 5 pillars to profit. It's $14.97. You get my top deal generator. It's $2,497. You get my private money machine. Trust me when I tell you, I even underpriced that. It's $1,497. And you get my property distribution, which is $1,997. Now, the total value there is $7,488. Again, you get your 5 pillars to profit, you get your top deal generator, you get your private money machine, and you get the property distribution. I mean, you literally have, I could just call this a business in a box for $7,488, but you don't have to learn the lessons I learned. You don't have to go through wasting money on direct mail. You can just cheat. You can just steal from me. Does that sound good? Would you guys like to just take my 10 years of experience and say, can I just cut to the front of the line, Justin? I don't really feel like learning. Can I just know what you know? So here's the deal. I'm not even going to let you stay at that. I'm going to give you some more bonuses. I created a sales training program. So for those of you who get nervous talking to sellers, for those of you who actually want to know more of how to negotiate, how to get your deal, how to do it over the phone so you don't even have to go to the seller's home, I'm going to throw this in as bonus one. Now, this goes for almost $3,000 because I have spent almost 15 years in sales. And let's cut to the chase here. We are in the business of marketing and sales as a real estate investor. We are in the business of that. We are not in real estate. As real estate investors, we are in the business of marketing and sales. So if you don't understand persuasion techniques, deep dives, small closes, right? Like if you don't know how to do that, this bonus alone is worth the admission, period. But I'm only giving this to the first 30 people because this is a hugely valuable thing that I have spent a lot of years building, and I've spent a lot of years training and learning on how to be a very, very good sales trainer. Bonus number 2, I'm going to also offer you 2 weekly live training calls every single week. Every Monday and every Wednesday, we will have live training calls. Monday will be with my business partner, big brother, friend, and mentor. It's all about your mindset, your headspace, and it will be with Pat Precourt. On Wednesday, it will be with yours truly. I will be teaching you every strategy under the book every single week, every single Monday. I'm throwing these 2 bonuses in for you. So now what are you going to get? You're going to get 5 pillars to profit for $14.97, the top deal generator for $24.97, private money machine for $14.97, property distribution for $19.97. Bonus number 1, your sales training program for $29.97, and you get bonus number 2, which is 2 live weekly training calls with me and Pat Precourt. Now you have a total value of $13,482. But I'll tell you what, if you're not seeing the value, you should be. Here's a couple of my mastermind group. As I told you, about 4 times a year, we sit down with very active, top level real estate investors. We have Jerry Stevens out of Wilmington, North Carolina, says we could have wholesaled the deal for $8,500, but we decided to wholesale it using Justin's program. We made it $38,000. They could have wholesaled it. That would still make sense. But instead, they made $38,000. And Nick Perry, I was just with both these gentlemen. Nick Perry, he said, able to increase our margins by taking the deals down by doing minor cosmetic work. He means, maybe painting some of the baseboards. Sometimes we don't do anything, and it helped increase our profits exponentially. These are guys that are actively doing deals. He's in Austin, Texas. Again, Wilmington, North Carolina. Guys, every market's red hot. Every single one. I don't care where you're at. They are all red hot. So you need to be smarter. What did I say the main point of this was? Find more deals, make more money, take less risk, spend less on marketing to create the big profits that you guys all want. We have bonus number 3. We have a secret Facebook group. You will have to be invited to be in the Facebook group. People are doing deals inside this Facebook group. They're asking each other's questions. They're mentoring each other. They're actually engaging in this. And here's the thing. Us real estate investors, we always feel like we're lone wolves. Like we're the only people out there, that we have no support, that we can't ask questions to anybody. Well, this is where you actually get to be a part of something, that people understand what you're going through, that they understand your questions. That's the $1,997 value. So what you're going to get the 5 pillars of profit for $14.97, top deal generator for $24.97, private money machine for $14.97, property distribution for $19.97. Bonus number 1 is the sales training program for $29.97. You got your bonus number 2, your weekly training calls for $29.97, and your bonus number 3, which is the secret Facebook group that you personally have to be invited to get in there. And you have a total value right now of $15,497. Now, my top choice calculator is something that I've built over years, and my private money presentation. As I've told you, I have raised millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars privately. From one individual out of California, I raised $8 million from one individual. And I have a presentation that is off the hook. It is professional, but still, relaxed in the fact that it's just straightforward. It's not over the top, and it makes people feel comfortable about lending money. And I have a top choice calculator that I've developed to make one calculator give you the ability to analyze 3 different exit strategies. So you can do more deals, make more money, have less risk, and create the income that you want. It's one calculator that you can use 3 different exit strategies in and be able to make a decision. What do I do with this deal? Do I wholesale it? Do I wholesale it? Do I rehab it? Do I buy and hold? It is so simple. And the 2 of those together are $19.97. So here we have 5 pillars of profit, $14.97. Top deal generator, $24.97. Private money machine, $14.97. Property distribution, $19.97. Bonus 1 sales program, $29.97. Bonus 2 weekly training calls live for $29.97. Bonus 3 secret Facebook group for $19.97. Your top choice calculator and my private money presentation for $19.97. Total value $16,476. Here's 2 more of my guys that I've been working with. They're crushing it. I got Josh. He's actually here in Phoenix. We never compete. If you think there's too much competition, I can't do this business, I'll never get a deal, just stop now. Just stop. You do not think the right way. Josh and I are doing 7 figures a year, both in Phoenix. He says this is an awesome strategy to allow you to do more deals and make more money on the deals you are already doing. There's not a better teacher for this than Justin Colby. And we got Rob Hyder out of St. Louis, Missouri. My boy Rob, the Wholetail Products has been great to have another awesome exit strategy for a way to make deals work that would have not worked just strictly as a wholesale basis. And the last bonus, you get all of my contracts, my forms, my scripts, my lien waivers, my deal analyzers. I mean, you get every piece of document that you possibly need as a real estate investor that I have been accumulating and using over the last 10 years. It's a $497 value. 5 pillars to profit, $14.97. Top deal generator, $24.97. Private money machine, $14.97. Property distribution, $19.97. You get 5 bonuses. Bonus is 1, sales training program, $29.97. Bonus 2, 2-week live training calls every single week for as long as you have the program for $29.97. Bonus 3, secret Facebook group for $19.97. Bonus 4, top choice calculator, private money presentation for $19.97. Bonus 5, all of my contracts, all of my forms, lien waivers, scripts, you name it, purchase contracts, sales contracts, my deal analyzer, my every single form I have, total value $16,973. Now, what if all this package did was triple your profits per deal? What if that was it? You do one deal and you triple your profit. What if all this did was found you more deals that your competition can't find? What if it just saved you some money on marketing? Instead of spending $5,000, now I can spend $2,500. What if all it did was allow you to do bigger deals without having to do a rehab? Are you guys shaking your head right now? Are you following me on this? Do you see the value here? What if it just allowed you to make more profit per deal without wholesaling, or more profit than wholesaling? What if it saved you the headache of dealing with contractors? Then it would be worth it. Would this be worth it if I taught you how to buy the home without using your money, without using your FICA, without going out and getting a bank loan, and without spending your own money to do the rehab? What if you could do that and make more money per deal with removing your competition and building the income that you desire? What if you could do all of this in the next 12 months, 24 months, fire a boss? What if all this package did was help you fire your boss? Would it be worth it? Would it be worth it to you to be an entrepreneur? I had 2 choices. My first option, go cheap as possible and try to sell as many people on this as I could. It wouldn't have incentivized me really to really stack the value, truthfully. I mean, I wouldn't have given much. I would have gone cheap and I would have gone, I'm not going to really give you much. My second option required a little higher investment. It's going to require a little higher investment. But in exchange, I devoted all of my resources to guarantee your success. I had 2 options. Keep it cheap, very little value, but cheap. Or create massive amount of value, show you exactly how to wholesale, how to get more deals, how to be able to find them, and give it, maybe spend a little bit more money. Now, I'll tell you now, money always replenishes. If you do have a job out there and you are living paycheck to paycheck and you're spending all your money every week or every 2 weeks, what happens again in 2 weeks? You get money again. It's amazing. It always replenishes. It never stays away forever. Every single time I've ever been down and out, and when I tell you I was broke, busted, and disgusted, guess what? I was making so much money in 2005 and 2006. I mean, I thought it was never going to end. And all of a sudden I lost it all. Well, guess what? Money always replenishes. It always comes back. So even if you live paycheck to paycheck and you spend it all every 2 weeks, trust me when I say In 2 weeks, you'll get another paycheck and your money will come back. Now, you also have two choices. Your first option, do nothing, not take this leap of faith, which is 100% risk-free, by the way. 100% risk-free. Second option, pony up a small investment today compared to all the value you're going to be getting and just give it a shot. Just give it a shot by going to the 50kcode.com. The 50kcode.com. What is one deal worth to you? Ask yourself that. To get your first deal, is it worth $5,000, $8,000, $10,000? How much would you spend to make $25,000 on a wholesale? How much would you spend to get 2 deals a month? $5,000, $8,000, $10,000? Ask yourself, what is a deal worth to you? These are some more of my boys from the mastermind. Adrian out of Indiana made 75% more using wholesale strategy compared to his typical wholesale deal. And my boy James out of Jacksonville, Florida, crushing it. They're going to do almost $2 million. He's wholetailing master, have given us a ton of great nuggets. He is full of knowledge and highly suggest the wholesale strategy. If you do one deal that makes you $25K, then would it be worth you paying me $25K to set this all up for you? One time, you pay me $25,000 one time. Would it be worth that so you could go make $25,000 and then every deal after that is just 100% profit? Is that worth it to you? Can you see it's a good deal at $16K? Can you see that actually is a very good deal? Because the public's going to be paying $19.97 when this goes public. But because you're here, you're live with me, you're on my call, it's going to be $997 today. Today. You just got to go to the 50kcode.com, the 50kcode.com, and get going today. The difference between the people that you look up to, that I look up to, the athletes, the actors, the people that are inspirational, the social guys, the Gary V's, the Grant Cardones, those people have the same things, the same questions, the same insecurities, the same fears. What if this doesn't work? What if? I will tell you the one characteristic that is different between Gary V, Grant Cardone, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, or anyone that has extreme success is they take action regardless the fear. This is a smoking opportunity for you to be able to build the income that you wanted to build. Again, what if this only get you to fire your boss? What if this only got you your first deal? What if this only gave you the opportunity to understand how to have multiple exit strategies? Go to the 50kcode.com so you can get the $997 price, because I can tell you that is way underpriced. So here are your 3 exit strategies. Some of you are still sitting there thinking, what the heck, Justin, what is wholetailing? I'm not 100% sure I understand wholetailing. Here's your exit strategies. Let's talk about the 2 that you probably already know. Wholesaling is typically contracting a property and selling the contract to a buyer for a fee. Maybe an assignment fee, maybe it's a double close, or in the states that allow it, you could do a double close and you can be the middleman that creates that margin. Rehabbing, most of you, if not all of you, really understand that because it's all over TV, right? You contract a property to buy it, to rehab it, to resell it for a property, and it takes anywhere from 90 to 200 days to typically have the largest profit you can get. Well, what I've been doing since 2007 is wholetailing. I actually think I created the term. I actually think that I should trademark that, but I'm not going to. There may have been someone else that created that. This is a cousin to wholesaling and a cousin to rehabbing, because you also go into contract to buy the deal. But when you buy it, you put little to no work into the property. You don't take on the risk. You don't take on the extra money, and you just simply list it on the MLS to get the biggest profit margin you can possibly get. Now, remember what I came back to my point. You need to have multiple exit strategies because when the market changes, you need to be flexible. So when the market's on fire, like it's on fire right now, right? Do you guys all agree that the market's on fire? Every seller wants top dollar. There's a bunch of competition. Everything is going nuts. So you can find properties that can be listed on the MLS that because in my market, there's 40,000 realtors. There's 40,000 licensed realtors in Phoenix. Well, let's just say each of them only has one buyer. One. That is 40,000 buyers that you can put this property on the MLS and get top dollar for. Because why? Because the market's on fire. Why wouldn't you want to buy it and just immediately relist it to get the top dollar you possibly could? For those of you who are active wholesalers, you're probably thinking, well, I have a buyer's list of a couple thousand, maybe 10,000. Well, what if you could just add 40,000 buyers to your buyer's list because you put it on the MLS and now you're giving all of those buyers, the agents and their buyers, the opportunity to take a look at your deal. What if you just added 40,000 buyers to your buyer's list? And not only did you do that, but now you're making triple the amount you would have made by wholesaling it. What if that's all it did? Are you guys getting it? Are you guys with me here? Are you guys seeing the value? So here's the deal. This is all about lead generation. This is all about bringing deals into your world. So how do you do that? Well, let's talk about it. We talked about direct mail. We know pay-per-click is really, really expensive, but it's all over the place. Bandit signs, auction for rent by owner, cold calling them, door knocking, realtors. These are all your basic lead generations that we will guide you through to find the deals that you can wholesale. You need to be able to be at a place that you know that I can call for rent by owners for free and say, are you interested in selling your rental property? That property's not on the market. You buy it, you put it on the market, you get top dollar, you make 2, 3, 4 times the amount that you would have if you just wholesaled it for a cap rate, right? These are your best ways. And I'm giving you my direct mail. I'm giving you my cold caller script, right? I'm giving you the ability to go do all this. In fact, I'm doing this off the top of my head. I'll even throw in what I put on my bandit signs. I'll send you a picture of my bandit signs and you guys can start ordering those as well. Now, private money lenders, they are everywhere. If you're scared of finding private money, if you're scared to ask a question, you are your own limitation. They are absolutely anywhere. There are 3 levels of lenders. You have your inner circle, which would be your friends and family, the people that are in your inner circle. You have your outer circle. These are people that maybe are colleagues, maybe they're friends that go to the gym that you hang out with, maybe they're in your country club. And then there's your social circle. These are pretty much the people that are on social media. They're on your LinkedIn, they're on your Facebook group. They're out there socially. But I'll tell you what, right now, if you aren't asking the question if someone's interested in investing in real estate for 8 to 15%, by the way, just for your knowledge, people are very interested to make that kind of money because you can actually protect their money with an asset. Sure, are people making 8 to 15% in the stock? Sure, they are. Things are okay right now. The economy's going. But flip the switch, they have no asset to protect it. It is gone. So your only limitation with this private money lender, and I'm going to give you my credibility pack, I'm going to give you my private money packet, is you're not asking the right questions. You can even JV a deal with a couple of hard money lenders in your area. And the last thing you need to know about wholesaling is you need to just sell it. Negotiate an agreement no more than 1% with the realtor, no more than 1% with the realtor to list your property on the MLS. Put it on the MLS, accept the highest and best offers. Now, there will be another realtor involved. That realtor will make 3%, but your realtor will make no more than 1% to just list it on the MLS, and you will do the rest of the work. You will do the rest of the work. Let me show you a couple deals that I've actively done. Here's the deal on 7th Ave. I bought it for $105,000. I wholetailed it for $144,000. I made $39,000. This was a very typical $10,000 wholesale deal each and every day. But I bought it and I resold it and I made 40 grand. I mean, $39,000 because I chose to wholesale this deal versus wholesale. Here's a condo we did. For those of you guys who are scared of condos, I only deal with single family homes. I'm telling you what now, this was $95,000. I could have maybe made $10,000, maybe. I bought it. I cleaned it out. The guy had just some old furniture in there. I threw it in a dumpster. I listed it on the MLS and I made $37,000 on a condo that I bought for 95 grand on a condo. For those of you who are scared of condos or townhomes, you need to be talking about buying these for sure. Now, let me have a little disclaimer here. All incomes you'll hear about, they are real, they are verified. However, the incomes depicted represent some of the most successful participants, and the majority of the individuals earn less. These figures should not be considered guarantees or projections of your actual earnings or profits. It's understood that your success is predicated on your effort, which requires hard work, desire, and diligence. Guys, this is a no-brainer. If you want to learn the system, if you want to be able to do more deals, bigger deals with less money and less risk, go to the 50K code. I believe so much in it that I will give you a 30-day, 100% money back guarantee. 30-day, 100% back guarantee. Now listen, karma is very real. If you're just going to buy this to steal all of my scripts and contracts and strategies and steal it and then just call me back, don't be that person. But if you genuinely understand the value of wholetailing and making more money and getting more deals off bandit signs at MLS and direct mail and cold calling and being able to make 2 times, 3 times, 4 times the profit than a wholesale deal, go to the 50kcode.com. Get it today for $9.97. The value is there. There is no question asked. You can make money or you can make excuses, right? I've always been taught that. You can make excuses about money. You can make excuses about why it won't work, why your market's so difficult, or you can just go make money. You just can't make both. So don't ask me or tell me, is this going to work in my market? Yes, it will. Just don't be the person who makes excuses for why they didn't move forward today. I'm looking for action takers today. Old habits are hard to break. I've given you a great information today, right? Right? I mean, I've given great information, but tomorrow's a new day. If you don't change the actions you're taking, you'll be right back to where you are, right? Information alone for the last 90 minutes, I've given you a ton of information, but you need the systems, you need the scripts. You need this. You need to be able to move forward. Take action. That's what's going to be able to help put you to where you want to be. If you were where you wanted to be today, you wouldn't be on this call right now. If you made the money you wanted to make, you wouldn't be on this call that you are right now. If you had enough deal flow that you were crushing it, you wouldn't be on this call that you are right now. Go to the 50kcode.com, pick this up. The seller scripts, the mail pieces, you guys ready? All right. Go and email my personal assistant, Andrea, Andrea, at The Science of Flipping. Andrea, Andrea, at The Science of Flipping. And say in the subject line, seller script and mail pieces, and she will send them to you for free. She will send them to you for free. Guys, this is something that I'm very passionate about, right? But one of the things that I have found over time is simply people want someone to hold their hand. They want accountability. I've done this for 10 years. I've been wholetailing for 7. Just steal from me. Don't learn the hard way. Don't get into a place where you're going to look back and be like, man, I should have taken Justin up on that offer. $997 is replaceable. Money always replenishes. Think about all the things that you buy or you spend money on that doesn't make you money. Think about the movies you go to. Think about the car. Think about your, vacations. Think about the stuff that's, disposable money that you use. And it doesn't make you money. What I'm showing you, what I have, can make you hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. Go ahead and get it. Go to the 50kcode.com, 50kcode.com. Guys, any questions before I let you off the hook, let you go, enjoy your night? Anything at all? You're very welcome. All right, guys. I appreciate everybody. I have 2 friends. One's a realtor broker here in California, another's a realtor in Florida. What to say to them? Script. Sabrina, great question. It's as easy as just saying, I'm looking for properties that I can buy and relist that are not on the MLS necessarily, because that's, there's no value add there necessarily. But I am looking for properties that may not be on market, right? You're just telling them exactly what I just told you for the last hour and 30 minutes. Right on, Steve. Do it, people. Even Steve says do it. All right, guys. That's it. I really appreciate you guys. Go have an unbelievable night. I will talk to you later. Peace.